Have you ever wondered why your life feels so heavy? Why, no matter how much you try, you still feel alone, misunderstood, or even broken? You smile in front of people, but deep down, your heart is aching. You pray, but the answers feel delayed. You love, but you are left with silence. What if I told you this pain is not a punishment? What if I told you this loneliness is actually a sign that Allah has chosen you for something greater? Stay with me, my brothers and sisters, because by the end of this reminder, you will see your struggle in a completely different light, and you will realize that the very tears you cry today may be the reason you shine tomorrow. 1. Loneliness is preparation, not punishment. My beloved brothers and sisters, when you feel alone, when you feel as though life has pushed you away from people and comfort, do not think it is because Allah has abandoned you. In reality, it may be the opposite. It may be that Allah is preparing you for something greater than you can see right now. Loneliness can feel heavy. You might sit in your room at night with tears in your eyes, wondering why your life looks so different from others. But that quietness is not always punishment. It can be a classroom where Allah is teaching you patience, sincerity, and trust. Think about it. When the noise of the world is gone, your heart begins to hear more clearly. You notice your own thoughts, your weaknesses, your needs, and in those moments you learn to turn to Allah in a way that you might never have done if you were surrounded by distractions. The Prophet ﷺ reminded us that the people most beloved to Allah, the prophets themselves, were tested the hardest. They faced loneliness, rejection, betrayal, and pain. Yet those very tests made them shine with strength and faith. So if you feel separated, know that Allah is not pushing you away. He is pulling you closer. He is stripping away what does not serve you, so you can stand firm when your moment comes. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. One day you will look back and see that those nights of silence were actually nights of training, shaping you into someone who could carry a light in this world. And that light is only given to hearts that have been refined through tests. 2. Pain is like a fire that purifies gold. My beloved brothers and sisters, when you go through pain, it can feel unbearable. You may ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Why does my heart feel so heavy? But remember, nothing that Allah allows in your life is without purpose. Think about gold. When it is first taken out of the earth, it doesn't shine. It is covered in dust and impurities. No one would wear it as jewelry or treasure it in that state. But when it is placed in fire, the heat melts away what is not pure until the gold becomes bright, beautiful, and valuable. In the same way, your struggles and hardships are like that fire. They may hurt, they may make you cry, but they are burning away pride, arrogance, bad habits, and attachments that are holding you back. Each trial you face is polishing your character. It is softening your heart so that you can feel compassion for others. It is teaching you patience so that you can handle greater blessings when they arrive. What feels like breaking is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal your true worth. Just as gold cannot shine without fire, your soul cannot shine without trials. Every tear you shed, every disappointment you face, every difficulty you endure is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to Allah. So the next time you feel the weight of pain, remind yourself, this is not the end. This is the process. And once Allah has finished polishing you, you will shine in ways you never thought possible. 3. Rejection is Allah's protection. My dear brothers and sisters, rejection can cut deeply. When people turn away from you, when the door you were so sure would open suddenly closes, it can feel like a heavy blow to your heart. You may feel unwanted, unloved, or even question your own worth. But in truth, rejection is not always a loss. Sometimes it is Allah's mercy disguised as disappointment. Think about a child who reaches for something dangerous, like fire. The parent quickly pulls the child away, and the child may cry, not understanding why. But the parent knows what the child does not. In the same way, Allah sees what we cannot. He knows the people who would hurt us, the paths that would harm us, the blessings that might break us if given too early. So when He removes someone from your life, or when He blocks a plan you thought was perfect, it is never random. It is deliberate. It is protection. The Quran reminds us, you may dislike something while it is good for you, and you may love something while it is bad for you. We see only the surface, but Allah sees the entire picture. That no you received could be saving you from years of regret. That person who left you may have been carrying harm you were not meant to bear. That job, that opportunity, that relationship you longed for, if it was truly good for your faith, your heart, and your future, Allah would have made it yours. So instead of seeing rejection as failure, see it as redirection. Allah is guiding you away from what you thought you needed and leading you towards something greater, even if you cannot see it yet. The door that closed was not the end of your story. It was the beginning of a better chapter, and one day you will look back and thank Allah for every rejection, because you will see how perfectly He was protecting you all along. 4. Solitude brings you closer to Allah. My beloved brothers and sisters, solitude is something many of us fear. We often believe that being alone means being unwanted, unloved, or left behind. But in reality, solitude is not emptiness. It can be one of the greatest blessings from Allah. When the noise of people fades, when the crowd disappears, when the friends you relied on are no longer there, that is when your heart finally has the space to hear what it was too distracted to notice before. Think of Prophet Musa, alayhi salam. He grew up surrounded by wealth and power in the palace of Pharaoh, yet his true calling did not begin there. It began in the quietness of the wilderness, far away from people, with no one to applaud him, no one to distract him. It was in that solitude that Allah spoke to him directly, honored him with revelation, and prepared him for leadership. That moment teaches us a powerful truth. Sometimes the most life-changing conversations with Allah happen when you are completely alone. When you are in solitude, it is as though Allah is removing every voice around you so that you can finally listen to His. The silence you experience is not abandonment, it is an invitation. It is Allah saying, Come closer to me. I want your attention. I want your heart. While others see loneliness as a void, the believer sees it as a sacred meeting place, a private room where only you and your Creator are present. In those moments, your dua becomes more sincere. Your tears flow more freely. You speak to Allah with words you may never have said aloud if others were around. And He listens. He listens to the whispers of your heart even when your lips remain silent. The Quran says, "And when my servants ask you concerning me, indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the caller when he calls upon me." This nearness is often felt most strongly in solitude. Sometimes Allah removes people from your life because their voices are too loud for you to hear His. Sometimes He places you in silence so that you can finally notice His signs. The way He comforts your heart after prayer, the way He lifts your burden when you call on Him, the way He fills your chest with peace when the world gives you nothing. So do not fear solitude. Do not rush to fill it with noise or distractions. Embrace it, because it is in solitude that hearts are healed, faith is strengthened, and purpose is revealed. Your isolation is not a punishment, it is preparation. It is Allah giving you space to grow roots of faith so deep that when He places you back among people, you will carry His light with strength and clarity. One day, you will look back and realize that the loneliest nights were actually the closest moments with your Lord. The silence was never empty. It was full of His presence, His love, and His mercy. 5. Brokenness softens the heart. My beloved brothers and sisters, there is something very unique about a broken heart. At first, it feels like the heaviest pain a person can carry. You lie awake at night with tears you cannot explain. You go through the day with a smile on your face, but inside your chest, there is an ache that no one else can see. You wonder why Allah would allow your heart to shatter like this. Yet, if you look deeper, you will realize that a broken heart is not a curse. It is one of the greatest openings to Allah's mercy. A heart that has never been broken can easily become arrogant, distant, and hard. When everything always goes our way, we may begin to forget how much we need Allah. But when sorrow enters, when loss strikes, when disappointment cuts deep, the walls of pride begin to fall. Suddenly, your du'as are no longer routine words. They come from a place of desperation, of humility, of longing. The tears you cry in sujood feel heavier, more real, more alive. And those tears, the Prophet ﷺ told us, are beloved to Allah. A tear shed out of sincerity is more precious than 1,000 empty words. Brokenness softens you in ways that nothing else can. It makes you kinder to others because you know how pain feels. It makes you patient patient because you realize life cannot always be controlled. It makes you more aware of Allah's presence because you've experienced what it feels like when no one else can help and only He can. When your heart breaks, it becomes fertile ground where the seeds of faith can grow. What you thought was weakness becomes the very reason you rise stronger. Remember the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. He faced immense grief. He lost his parents at a young age. He buried his beloved children. He was hurt, rejected, and mocked. And yet, through all that pain, his heart became the softest, most compassionate heart that ever lived. His brokenness never made him bitter. It made him gentler, more merciful, more forgiving. Allah allowed his heart to taste pain so that it could hold the world with love. So when you feel broken, don't hide it. And don't think it means you are weak. It means Allah loves you enough to bring you back to Him in the most sincere way. A broken heart bends in sujood more quickly. A broken heart whispers, Ya Allah, more often. A broken heart feels the sweetness of faith more deeply because it has tasted the bitterness of life. Your brokenness is not the end of you. It is the beginning of a softer, purer, more faithful version of you. Allah breaks the heart not to destroy it, but to rebuild it in a way that is closer to Him. And one day you will look back at your scars and realize they were not signs of weakness. They were proof of His mercy, proof that He never abandoned you, proof that He was always shaping you into someone more beautiful than before. 6. Different always feels distant. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the hardest feelings in life is to know deep inside that you are different, and then to feel the weight of that difference when others cannot understand you. You may sit with friends or even family, and while everyone laughs, your heart feels elsewhere. You may try to share your dreams, your goals, your desire to serve Allah in a special way, and instead of encouragement, you are met with silence, confusion, or even mockery. That distance can feel painful, like you do not belong anywhere. But remember, being different is not a curse. It is a sign that Allah has placed something unique within you. Every person chosen by Allah for something special carried this sense of being different. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam saw a dream of greatness that even his own family could not accept. Instead of celebrating him, his brothers threw him into a well. Prophet Musa alayhi salam grew up in Pharaoh's palace, surrounded by wealth and luxury, yet deep in his heart, he knew, I do not belong here. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. Yet when he came with the message of Islam, many of his own people rejected him, called him names, and turned away. Being different will always create distance, but that distance is what sets you apart for greatness. When Allah puts a light in your heart, not everyone around you will see it. Some may even feel uncomfortable by it because it reminds them of what they lack. Some may laugh at your sincerity or dismiss your vision because they cannot imagine what Allah has written for you. Do not let their misunderstanding make you doubt yourself. The truth is, if everyone understood you, you would not be different. You would be ordinary, and Allah did not make you ordinary. Yes, it hurts when people walk away. Yes, it stings when your dreams are doubted, but have you noticed? Every time someone distances themselves from you, Allah fills that space with His closeness. Every time the world says, you don't belong, Allah whispers to your heart, you belong with me. That distance from people often becomes the very bridge that connects you more strongly to your Creator. Different will always feel distant because your path is not the same as theirs. If Allah has written for you to carry a light, then He will not let you be comfortable in the dark. If He has chosen you for a mission, then He will not allow you to settle with distractions. Your loneliness is not proof of rejection, it is proof of being set apart. A diamond does not lie scattered on the street. It is found in hidden places, covered, protected, waiting for the right moment to shine. So the next time you feel strange, misunderstood, or left out, remind yourself, you are not strange, you are rare, you are not left out, you are lifted up. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And when the time comes, that difference you carry will be the very reason people look up to you, not the reason they turned away. For now, carry your difference with patience, with faith, and with gratitude, because what Allah has placed inside you is not meant for the crowd, it is meant for His purpose. 7. Every delay is a mercy in disguise. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most difficult questions we ask in moments of trial is, when will this end? When will my ease come? We pray, we cry, we wait, and still the hardship stretches on. In those moments, it can feel as if Allah has delayed His help, as if relief is far away. But let us remember the promise of Allah, a promise written in His book that can never be broken. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. He did not say after hardship, He said with hardship. That means your ease is already traveling alongside your struggle, even if you cannot see it yet. Think about a seed planted in the soil. For weeks, perhaps months, nothing appears above the surface. You water it, you wait, you check every day, and still the ground looks empty. But underneath, hidden from your eyes, roots are spreading, life is forming, strength is building. And then one day, when the time is right, the seed breaks through and you realize that growth was happening all along. This is how Allah's mercy works. While you are crying, while you are tired, while you feel like nothing is changing, something is happening beneath the surface. The seeds of your relief are already growing. Many times we confuse delay with denial. Just because Allah has not given you what you asked for immediately does not mean He has rejected you. It means He is preparing you. He is aligning the right people, the right time, the right opportunities. If He gave you everything at once, you might not be ready to hold it. You might not know how to protect it. So He delays, not to deprive you, but to strengthen your shoulders for the blessing that is coming. Look at the lives of the prophets. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam spent years in prison for a crime he never committed. From the outside, it looked like a cruel delay. But in reality, every day in that cell was a step closer to the palace, a step closer to becoming a leader who would save his people. Prophet Musa alayhi salam wandered in the desert with his people, waiting for the promise of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself longed for victory, yet endured years of rejection and persecution before Islam flourished. Their delays were not wasted time, they were seasons of preparation, mercy disguised as waiting. So if you are asking today, when will my ease come? Remind yourself, perhaps it has already started in ways you cannot see. Perhaps the pain you feel is softening your heart so you can carry the blessing without pride. Perhaps the loss you faced is clearing space in your life for something better. Perhaps the waiting itself is teaching you patience, a quality that will guard your faith for the rest of your life. Every delay is filled with hidden mercy. Mercy in the lessons you are learning. Mercy in the strength you are building. Mercy in the sins that are being washed away with every tear you cry. And when the ease finally appears, you will look back and realize that it was with you all along, wrapped inside the hardship like light inside the flame. So do not despair in the waiting. Do not think Allah has left you. His promise is clear. Your ease is already written. It may not come in the way you imagined. It may not come at the time you planned, but it will come. And when it arrives, you will understand why the delay was necessary, why the waiting was sacred, why the mercy was always there, just hidden until the perfect moment. So, my dear brothers and sisters, your loneliness is not rejection. Your brokenness is not the end. It is Allah building you, polishing you, and protecting you. Trust Him. Speak to Him in your quiet moments. Cry to Him when no one else listens, because He is closer to you than your own jugular vein. One day, you will look back and realize the nights you cried alone were the nights Allah was writing your strength. And when He finally lifts you, you will not only shine, you will be unshakable. May Allah fill your solitude with peace, your trials with patience, and your future with light. Ameen.